Hi, I'm pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson. You're watching Get Your Sax Together, and in this week's show, I'm going to show you how you can upgrade your blues shuffle sax solos in one easy step. Here we go. Some of you, maybe even many of you, play in blues bands, bar bands, that sort of thing. And you love to play a good blues shuffle. The band loves to play a good blues shuffle. And what does every guitar player like to play a good blues shuffle in? E. So that puts you in F sharp for tenor and C sharp for alto, really gnarly keys. That's what we're going to be working on today. Now, I'm sure you probably know the blues scale, and maybe in that band, you just jam using the blues scale. Well, I'm going to show you one fantastic upgrade, which is going to lift your solos away from the blues scale just for a moment and it's going to be this upgrade which makes your solo sound just that cut above, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it today. Now, if you want to learn some other really cool tips, I've got two other fantastic ways of making your solos sound much better. That is all in my new Inner Circle membership. The link is in the description. I've got a feature in that membership called the YouTube Backstage Pass, which is going to be all the stuff I don't have time for in my YouTube videos. And this week, I'm going to show you two more fantastic ways that you can upgrade your blues shuffle sax solos when you're playing in E. So if you want to join up the membership, go down, click the link in the description. You can get full details how to do so there. Okay, let's crack on with today's lesson. So this is going to be nice and simple. We're going to focus on measures or bars 9 and 10 of the 12-bar blues structure. That is the turnaround where the chord sequence goes from chord 5 to chord 4. Now, if you're playing alto in E flat pitch, that is a G sharp chord and then an F sharp chord. All right. If you're playing tenor, that is what key are we at F sharp? That would be a C sharp chord and then a B chord. And all we're going to do is we're going to play the three notes of the triad for those chords. So you're going to play a G sharp triad and then an F sharp triad if you're playing alto. And you're going to play a C sharp triad and a B triad if you're playing tenor. So I'm going to demonstrate how you can do this. Now my tenor is in the Tina, the musical pit right now because I'm doing consecutive nights. My other tenor, my main tenor, is in for repair. So guess what? It's one for you baritone players. I'm going to get the old baritone out today. I don't often do it in the channel, but I do feel you guys who play baritone. So today's your big chance. I'm going to try and demo it on baritone instead. So I've got a backing track lined up. It's a 12-bar shuffle. But first of all, let's just learn those triads. So the first triad is a G sharp triad if you're on alto, or it's a C sharp triad if you're on tenor. That's going to sound like that. Okay, so get your sax and let's play that triad. So get familiar with those notes, really make sure they're under your fingers. Now let's move on to the second triad, which is going to be a F sharp triad for alto players, and it's going to be the B triad if you're a tenor player. So let's play that one together. So make sure you're really familiar with those triads and get the notes right under your fingers so you can play them kind of on demand. And the strategy when we do our solo is you're just going to use those three notes. Play something nice and strong and simple in bar 9 using the first triad. And then what's really effective is doing the same thing but transposing it down a tone. So do the same pattern that you did on one bar on the next bar. So for example, if you played this on bar 9, then on the next bar you would play the same thing down a tone. And that way it gives your solo a real nice cohesive structure. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the backing track on. I'm going to jam away on the blues scale for measures 1 through to 8. For the first 8 measures, first 8 bars, I'm just going to jam on the blues scale. Let's just check we know our C sharp minor blues scale for alto or bari and your F sharp minor blues scale if you're on tenor or soprano. Let's just check the notes of that blues scale before we start. And again, make sure that you're really comfortable with the notes of that blues scale before you start the exercise. Right, I'm going to put the backing track on now. The backing track is taken from my improvisation mastery course. It's a blues shuffle in concert E. And I'm going to jam away in the blues scale, happy as I like, for the first 8 bars. Then we're going to hit those triads. I'm going to play something on the triad and then play it down a tone for the next one, and then back to the blues scale for the final 2 measures, final 2 bars. Let's have a little go at this and see what it sounds like.
1 and 2 and 3, 4.
Okay, so that's the basic idea. I'm so rubbish at baritone. Really hard to keep this set up in tune, but who cares? You get the basic idea, which is jam away on the blues scale for the first 8 bars and the last 2 bars, and on bars 9 you play the G sharp triad if you're an alto, or the C sharp triad if you're in tenor, and then in bar 10 you play the F sharp triad if you're an alto, and you play the B triad if you're on tenor. Now, that little change, that one little alteration to how you solo in the blues is gonna really elevate your solos and make you stand out from the crowd. It'll make you sound a complete and utter cut above when you do this, okay? So I really hope that helps. I really hope that helps make your blues solos in your bar band, in your blues band, when you're doing a blues shuffle in that gnarly key of E. I really hope that makes a big difference. I'm just going to play a couple more choruses just for a laugh, really.
1 and 2 and 3, 4. Chorus 3.
So that's all I've got time for this week. I hope your blues solos take on a completely new and invigorated character when you're playing in your band. All you got to do is learn those 2 triads and then chuck them in right at the right moment, and you're really gonna stand out from the crowd. Now remember, that one fantastic tip can make a big difference, but there's 2 other absolutely game-changing tips, but they're inside the Inner Circle membership. You can click in the link to join all the other fantastic members who are in there, learning and seeing all the backstage footage from me. We've got a monthly Q&A, we've got special guest stars, we've got a whole bunch of really cool stuff in there, so I hope you enjoy that. If you bought me a coffee, thank you so much. I really appreciate all you coffee buyers. These videos are definitely fueled by caffeine, and I really appreciate it. And until next week, where we'll have more absolutely awesome content and getting sax together, remember to practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. So in concert pitch, a bit of an itchy nose. In concert pitch, that is, oh, that's an outtake.